I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, North. I'm Henry.
And I'm Miss Liberton.
Today is October 18th, 2017.
Oh, I'm up, aren't I?
Yes.
Yes, I'm up. Hey, so today is the first day of second quarter. You've all survived 1 quarter of the school year. For our 6th graders, they actually change classes at quarter. So teachers, if you want to show them on their Infinite Campus app, it will show them what their next quarter rotation is. So you guys should take a look at that before you head to your next class. You have any birthdays today?
Yes, one from Monday the 16th, Graydon J.
Happy birthday, Graydon, and we have some Students of the Week as well. From 6th grade, there are 4 Students of the Week. We have Aaron P. from 6 East, Levi R. from 6 Central, and from 6 West, we have Ben V. and Jordan R. 7 East, Theo P. 7 Central, CCB. And from 8 East, we have Ezra M., Eilish F. And from 8 West, we have Christopher P. And from Wellness, we have Jessica T. And Encore, to Reps Molly L. and Isaac B. So congratulations to our Student of the Week. Stop by and see Miss Dillon sometime today for something special. What else does she have? Tomorrow. What's tomorrow?
Pink Day.
What do we do on Pink Day?
Bring your pink for homeroom.
All right, look good in pink. And today is a Wednesday, so there are some after-school activities, but really not a whole lot of them. Teachers, please be very cautious when assigning students to Lit Lab today. Unless you have something for them to do, please don't sign the pass. With it being a new quarter, I can't imagine too many need to stay, so I want to make sure we're not babysitting. We do have 7th and 8th grade math lab today. We have Chicken Club. We have Lit Lab, as talked about. We have Play It Forward, Running Club, and Women's Choir. We do not, do we have it? No, we do not. We do not have Photo Club. And wrestling is also not after school because there is a meet this evening against Knifer at 6 p.m. So it's not after school, it's at 6 p.m. at the high school. That's all I have. Do you have anything else?
Announcements.
You do? From who?
Them.
Those guys. All right, here come the library folks.
All right, good morning, North. So the Kirkwood Public Librarian came to visit me last week, and she said there was a teen read bookmark contest this summer, and there were 3 winners from North. The first place winner was Cami Lenz. Look at these beautiful bookmarks that she created here. Their second place winner was Greta Haga, also another wonderful bookmark. And 3rd place winner was Priya Gangasingh. So we have plenty of copies of these bookmarks in the library, so come grab 1 or all 4, but congratulations, ladies. And we are also here, we had 28 people put in for the John Green trivia. Most of the 28 had very interesting answers, a lot of IDKs and la-la-las and weird stuff like that. So out of the 28, we had 8 people who just nailed the John Green trivia, got them all right. So this is not a cup of coffee. What I have in here are the names of those 8 individuals, and I'm going to let Ms. Thomas draw the winner for John Green's new book.
Sorry if I don't pick you. All right. We have the winner is Mallory Mim.
Nice job, Mallory. So come to the library, get your free copy, and have a great day, North. That's all I have. Coming on, Miss Angel? Yep. Okay. Oh, and if you're in Ava and Pitt Book Club, we are meeting this morning, so head down to the library.
Love John Green. Okay, so this is an announcement for Stuco members. So tomorrow we are going to be collecting money at all entrances for our BCA day. So if you are a Stuco member and you would like to help us collect money, please meet in Miss Siegel's room at 7:45, and then we will send you off to the different entrances. And that's all the Stuco members that want to help collect money tomorrow for BCA day. 7:45 with Miss Siegel in Miss Siegel's room. For everybody else, tomorrow is Pink Day here at North, and so we are having a homeroom competition to see which homeroom can be the pinkest. So make sure that you are digging through all of your stuff today and pulling out everything that you can find that's pink so that you can come in and you can win. The winning homeroom, the most pink homeroom, is going to win a pink cupcake party. So that is going to be fun as well. Also bring in donations, please, that we will then send to the charity that we are working with. So there will be Stuco members at all the entrances tomorrow, and they will be collecting money. For every $5 you donate, you can be entered into a raffle to win a pair of Blues tickets, and they're good tickets. Okay, so tomorrow's Pink Day. We'll see you then.
Hey North, how's it going? I just wanted to remind everyone that the news team, we have our scary story writing contest going on still. Submissions are due next Monday, this coming Monday, the 23rd, I think is the date, by the end of 6th hour. Check in with your ELA teachers or our librarian, Mrs. Fink, for some tips maybe to help with your story before you submit it. And then submit it in Google Docs to me, Mr. Decker, mark.decker@g.kirkwoodschools.org, and the news team will read your stories on Monday during 7th hour and come find you if you won so that we can put together your story for the announcements. We have another sample scary story about the Lemp Mansion, a good St. Louis ghost story. Google the Lemp Mansion if you don't know what I'm talking about. And enjoy the story. Thanks. Have a good day.
Have you ever gotten a creepy vibe from an old house? My family rarely makes the trip into the city. Usually we only go for Cardinals games and IKEA because we're super suburbanites. But last night, my mom came home from work and said, "With Halloween coming up, wouldn't it be fun to go to the Lemp Mansion for dinner?" Since it's the 21st century and I had no clue what she was talking about, and to be honest, I didn't care, I said, as long as they have chicken tenders.
I had no idea what I had agreed to. My brother and sister and I piled into my mom's van, and she sat down into the driver's seat. As soon as I got in the van, I began to feel like something was different, like something was watching me. It had been raining earlier that morning, and now a heavy fog was all around us. It was hard to see out the window, but as we got near our destination, I could see really old, rough-looking buildings.
It seemed like the architecture dated back hundreds of years. Mom looked back with a cryptic look on her face and said, "Okay, we're here." As I looked out the windows, I noticed a beige and tall 3-story house with huge windows on the lower floors, and an old shingle roof, some old-looking lamps in the windows, and a wooden door. As we walked up the steps, I didn't notice much, but a bird bath and a wooden bench. But something about the window on the top floor called out to me. I looked up and saw a little boy staring back at me.
He was wearing a button-down shirt and one of those old newsboy hats. I remember thinking it was odd to see a kid playing up there all alone, but we went in anyways.
As we entered the house, my first impressions of this boring beige exterior was shattered. This was not a typical restaurant. The inside was decorated with regal red carpets and blue accents. Beautiful bouquets of flowers were all around in the huge front rooms and hallways.
There were large paintings and golden light fixtures. Strangely, there was only one large table in the dining room. This was different than any restaurant I had ever seen. A man that looked like a butler from some old movie led us to the table and pulled out a chair for us. He said, "Dinner will be served shortly. Our host will join you any moment."
As he walked away, I said to my mom, "Aren't we going to get menus?" She said, "I guess this is one of those restaurants that only serves one meal." Oh, great, I thought. There goes the chicken tenders. At least this place is pretty cool looking. Just a minute later, a woman in crimson red floral dress that perfectly matched her lipstick sat down by us.
She looked at me with a sad smile and nodded, but didn't say anything. We all looked at each other like, what is this? My mom said, "Oh, are we being seated together?" But the woman didn't say anything. She just looked at us with sorrow stained in her eyes.
At last the silence was broken when 3 men dressed in fancy suits and long wavy hair joined us. They were having a loud conversation about the latest advancements in refrigerated carts. Whatever that means. They looked a lot like each other, but one of the men appeared to be older. They seemed to be arguing, and finally the oldest man said, "This conversation is not appropriate for the ladies. Let's step into the parlor a moment."
As they walked out, the woman turned to us and, in a harsh, creepy whisper, she said, "Don't look into their eyes or they'll know what you are." "What do you mean?" I blurted out. And all she said was, "Alive."
My mom saw that we were scared and whispered, "This all just must be part of the show." I said, "What show?" And she said, "Don't you know? This place is famous for being haunted." It was all just part of the fun.
I looked back at the woman in crimson dress, and there seemed to be a flare of light in her eyes. Just then, the men rushed back in, and one of those younger men said,
Elsa, there's too much noise coming from the attic again. Go up and quiet him.
As she got up and turned to leave the room, we saw for the first time that she had a large wound on the right side of her head.
I gasped, and all the men stared at me. The lady shushed me, as if to say, never tell anyone. But the emerald flare in her eyes told me I'd never get the chance. As she rushed out of the room, I couldn't help it. I looked into their eyes.
Oh, keep the lights on.
We are responsible for our learning, character, respect,
and relationships.